Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of Careertainment, and thank you for watching and subscribing. Now, today's episode, I want to begin by narrating a small incident that will probably put the topic in context. There are these two guys who go out camping together to a rather dense forest. And in the dead of the night, when it's pitch dark, and as they are pitching their own tent, they find that there's a kind of a rustling noise next to their tent in the leaves. So they go near that, right? And as they go near, to their horror, they find that it's a beast. In fact, it's a leopard which is staring at them and kind of menacingly. So it can be a scary situation, right, for those of us who do trekking and all that. Now, one of them really freezes right there, and he can't do anything. Whereas the other guy, quickly takes out his running shoes and kind of wears them or laces them up and gets ready to run. So this other guy says, "Hey, what's the point?" He's a little fatalistic about it. He's saying, "What's the point? This animal runs faster than any other human. There's no point. He's going to get us anyway. So that's the end." So to which this guy says that, what? I'm not worried about the leopard or how fast he runs. I'm just worried about how fast I can run, and my intention is just to beat you. I don't want to be the last guy around, right? Now, that's something like that is happening in organizations and enterprises around the country, right? With this digital intensity increasing, and with a lot of technology adoption happening and technology capabilities being built all around you, I'm sure many of you are finding that your old skill sets are no longer relevant, and many of you are feeling a lot insecure about the whole thing, right? So in today's episode, let's talk about a couple of things that you can do so that you don't feel that insecure, and it'll help you probably. Let's talk in the context of two of you guys. One of you guys is a technology guy who's kind of joined a large technology company, and the other one of you is, let's say, a business function guy who's joined a non-technology company, or let's say a conventional company. Now, assuming you are a technology guy, you join the company in a typical format, right? You're a coder first or a programmer, and you join after your engineering college. And then over the next 8, 10, or 12 years, you have now grown to a team lead or a project manager positions. And you find suddenly that you're more involved in a people role, and you're looking at kind of leave applications and taking the team out for your Friday lunch or something like that. And you're far away from coding. And you now find that, the skill sets that are now required, you are not involved in that, and you feel left out. And more so in this remote working environment, you feel that, hey, now, the client, there are platforms available, and the client can get in touch directly with the programmer. So what's the use for me? And you feel that, you're feeling left out, and you feel a lot insecure. The same thing is happening with those of you who are in the business function roles, right? Now, if you're let's say a sales and marketing guy, and you've cut your teeth in the field, right, gathering consumer insights and all that, and you're a master at that, and suddenly now you find that an analytics engine can be run, and humongous amount of consumer insight can be found at the click of a button, and you suddenly start feeling insecure. Now, both of you, if you're a technology guy and if you're a business function guy, both of you feel insecure. So let's see how to approach this. At least look at those 4 or 5 points which will make you a little less insecure. Now, first thing for you is to understand the employment cycle. Now, the employment cycle starts with a skill, then it goes to a job, and then it goes to a career, and then it's back to skill. Now, earlier what happened, nothing has changed. Earlier what has to happen was, by the time it moved from a skill to a job to a career, you retired. So you didn't see the cycle coming full circle. Now what's happening is that the cycle is coming full circle, and you're finding skill to job to career and back to skill. That's what is happening. Now, what it means is that both of you and you guys need to reskill yourselves on a 24/7, 365 days a year basis. If you're not spending money from a portion of your salary in skilling yourselves and attending program, don't wait for your company to sponsor you somewhere. Do it on your own. If you're not doing that 365, 24/7, then you're going to be left out and the leopard is going to get you. The second thing is understand that the growth is no longer hierarchical. That's what our society thinks, and that's what you thought for so long, but things have changed. For you, growth is no longer that you handle 50 people ahead of you and then now you handle 100 people and now you're handling 1,000 people. That's not growth. Growth paradigm is now whether 100 or 1,000 people require that one skill set that you have. Now that's real growth. So understand that the paradigm of growth has changed completely. So don't be in that trap that I handle 1,000 people, so I'm growing. So that's the second thing. The third thing is you need to do technology upgradation continuously. Now I know for the tech guys it's very difficult because to kind of catch the next big thing is very difficult. There was C++, Java, then Hadoop, then Python, and it goes on. But there are experts available who will help you. But more importantly, don't miss out on a single center of excellence that is being set up inside your organization, or probably seminars being done by various vendors, or even hackathons. Doesn't matter if you're competing with 2-year, 3-year, 4-year-old experienced guys, because age, the growth paradigm, even age doesn't matter now, because you need to be skilled. That's all it matters. So don't leave a chance. And if you're a business function guy, of course you're not going to be doing coding or programming, but it makes sense for you to read up, go to YouTube, do a lot of staying updated on what's happening. Be an intelligent user of technology. What's going to happen going forward is that for business function guys, a basic knowledge of data sciences and basic programming skills is going to be as essential as knowing PowerPoint, Excel, and Word going forward. So get prepared for that. And if you're there, then you will be at the up there at the curve, right? That's important. Fourth, domain has become very important. Now for you tech guys and the technology guys, life should not start at string A and end at string Z. You must find out that the programming and coding, that what you're doing, how is it and how does it fit into the larger scheme of things. It's very important to gain domain knowledge, like how it is very important for the business function guys to get a little knowledge about technology. It's as much important for you to get a little knowledge about the business function. Pick any, to your liking. It could be retail, FMCG, industry, whatever. But get out there, get some knowledge of the overall process flow, overall business domain. It will help you. For the business function guy, about domain, you're lucky, right? Because you already know your domain. So, but the important thing is, rather than just knowing the domain and knowing a little bit of the technology, be a technology evangelist. Find out use cases in your domain, do a little bit of scenario build, and find out that how technology can be adapted over there. So rather than confronting it, be the evangelist within your own function, and that will keep you ahead of the curve, and you'll not be left behind. That's the fourth thing. And fifth and final is that you need to look outside your current workspaces. The technology guys, there's a lot of digital penetration happening inside your software parks and technology parks, but the penetration is not very high outside. So there is a humongous amount of opportunities outside in SMEs, MSME domains, even startups, of course, which you already know of, but a lot of people like you are required out there. For example, an MSME, which is pretty large, let's say 300, 400 crores, they want to, kind of adopt technology, but don't have a clue. And they're not going to approach very, very high-end Accenture and these top-end consulting firms. They'll go to, if you approach them, maybe, you'll get a job and you can take them on to the next curve of technology. The same thing is for those of you guys in the business function roles. You're lucky because scenario build and building use cases and technology adoption on use case is one of the biggest skill sets that you have. So there's a lot going on outside of your workplace also, so take advantage of that. So if you guys want to connect offline on getting more detailed insight, you're welcome to connect. And I'm sure, I hope you don't feel insecure. Things are going to be all right for both of you. And till we meet again, take care, goodbye, and see you for now.